I rebuilt my bag with all of these discs, and we're gonna see how we can do with them. So if you guys haven't watched the last video, I am playing around with a whole bunch of my discs. Okay, now a lot of these I've never thrown before today. And so it's been fun to kind of experiment with them, throw them, have a blast, all that kind of stuff. I had an evader and I lost it on hole 9 out here at scrapyard. So go try and find it. It might be a little late. Somebody else has probably already found it by now. But we've got a Glimmer Trespass. All of these are going to be available at another round soon as well. So we've got this Glimmer Trespass. I've never thrown a Glimmer Trespass. It's actually pretty stable. We've got a Ballista Pro. If you guys don't know the story behind my stamp, I posted about it on Instagram, but it says molt and it's in the shape of a leaf, which is my favorite part about disc golf, honestly, is nature. And then it's also kind of in the shape of a feather. And the flight of the disc is why I play disc golf. So being out in the woods and the flight of the disc are my two favorite things. That's why I went with that logo. I think it's pretty cool. We also have just a basic Escape here, which has been fun to throw. We got this super sick harp. I like throwing harps, but I don't know. I feel like I need to put a little more work into them because they aren't as consistent as I would hope, kind of like a Justice is for me. This is a Sergeant, which I have very much so been enjoying throwing. The colors are sick on it. It pushes straight. It's a little less stable than a Felon. Really enjoying this disc. And then we've got a Warship here with the purple molt stamp. So this one's been pretty fun to throw. And then this has been one of the discs I'm having the most fun with. Just a basic hatchet. It's flippy, it's super fun. It's kind of like a beat-in stag for me at least. I love the way that it throws, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Let's get into it. So we're sitting at even right now because I had 2 double bogeys on the front 9, which is pretty brutal. I'm gonna throw the Warship. It's not understable, so I'm actually gonna give it some ante down the middle, and we'll watch it come back and hopefully give us a putt. Look at the basket. Right inside that tree. Outside of it, at it. Gosh, that was perfect height and everything. That would have been parked. So that was the perfect height on this. Now we're kind of blocked off here. I'm gonna try and throw a high anhyzer putt and see if we can give ourselves a little bit of a look here. Oh my gosh, it's right under the basket. That was sick. All right, still sitting even. Gonna throw the hatchet here. Nice and smooth. Down the left side, expect it to turn a little bit right, and then get down toward the basket. I'm gonna throw this pretty similarly to how I throw my beat-in stag. Please come inside of it. Inside of it! Even at like low speeds, it seems like it's flipping up a good bit. Try this Warship. Wow. That just pushed on that angle. That was interesting. I thought it was gonna stable out and just kept pushing. All right, so I'm gonna throw a turnover forehand with the harp here. Should hold it and land flat down by the basket. I don't think it'll turn over any, or I don't think it'll stable out. Get in the basket. Oh my gosh, that went directly next to it. Any shots with that are so much fun. So the Warship was actually a birdie there. It was inside the circle, which is pretty sick. I normally don't feel that confident throwing mids like 300 feet because I feel like I have to throw them hard, but I don't know, that flew really good. So let's go. Now, if any of these holes is perfect for the hatchet, I feel like it's this one. I normally throw a diamond on this, but I feel like we can get this high, give it some ante, and it can push pretty well down there towards the basket. That's definitely an ace run. No, it's short. Oh, we got a putt. Turned it over just a little much, which is surprising on such a short hole. First of all, look how pretty it is out here. And y'all, that was an ace run. Hatchet's right here, and we definitely hit this tree in the air. So if my angle was any a little bit better, we would have been at the right height to maybe push it in there. All right. So Let's see if we can get this in there. Full extension, good breath, putting uphill, get it to the basket. Oh, barely over the rim. There. I need to putt smoother. I find myself getting like, my putts are kind of choppy right now. And I want them to be a little bit smoother. I don't know, but over time I stopped thinking about it. Okay, so this hole is down and to the right. I'm gonna throw kind of a standstill harp shot. Give it some ante, not much, and it should come back. Hopefully give us a look at a birdie here. We're down to one down now. This is 254, so I should be able to get it there pretty easy. Oh my gosh, yes. Are you? I just keep hitting the last tree. Let's try the Sergeant lastly, because I should be able to chop shot this one. I'm gonna go for an ace run on this. I get it real high. Yes. Nice. Hopefully the harp has a putt. All right, I set the camera way back, so this probably looks like it's 10 feet away, but it's actually probably closer to 40, I would guess. Maybe 38, somewhere around there. So, I'm gonna give it a nice stroke, full extension, get it there. Gosh, I feel like every time that I say get it there, I hit the band, and it's so annoying. If only it was the first one. This one is way closer. So, gotta make this. Yeah, nice and smooth. Okay, Sergeant went past because I was ace running it. Dang it, that's another par. Okay, so this hole should be pretty fun to throw some ace runs on. You got to get these high with stable discs, and I'm actually going to scooch all over here a little bit more. You got to get these high with stable discs, throw it pretty much flat and let it crash back down. We'll also throw one forehand, which I think will be hilarious. All right, throw in the Sergeant here, actually. Should skip up nicely. Probably about 15 feet away. I'm gonna smash a bunch of these, so we're gonna throw a good bit of them just to see how they fly. Gonna throw the trespass flat and high. Oh yeah. Oh, I hit the guardian tree. I was like an inch short, and that just rolled like crazy. I have spider webs all over me. All right, Ballista Pro. That was such a good shot too. I need to get it pushing straight a little bit longer. Oh my! Well, actually, that's gonna be extremely close. So finally got another birdie, y'all. The Sergeant is friggin' parked. And look at this. This Ballista Pro was 100% an ace run. This is right behind the basket. That was probably only a couple feet away. That's sick. Good birdie right there. All right, so this is gonna be pretty tight for a fairway, but I think the backhand hatchet here is the way to go. 315. Gonna try and just throw it nice with some ante and have it slow pan right and maybe land flat. That's too much. But it pushed through for a putt, nice. Let's see, I mean it's 300 feet. Let's see what I can do with a Sergeant here. Okay, cool. Forehand and backhand lines there. Let's check them out, see how they did. All right, so I thought that this was gonna be bad, but actually the inside line there is better than the actual route because A lot of times I hit these two guardian trees, which are annoying. So this is good. Yeah, good birdie. And then the Sergeant landed off here to the right. A little bit of an obstructed putt, but even with the Sergeant, we can make it. That's funny. Good birdie. This is a tough birdie hole. You gotta hit it. You gotta hit it just right. And you almost always have to get a little lucky right here at the end. Okay, so this hole is an interesting one. It can get kind of tough. It's 302. You want to push straight about 150 feet and then go left 150 feet. Actually, you probably want to go straight like 180 and then go left 120 or so. So I'm gonna throw a couple shots here. I think I'm gonna start with the escape. Throwing it at on a tiny little hyzer down the right side of the fairway, hoping it'll stand up just a little bit. Yes. Please, no trees. Oh man, that's woods golf for you. Literally, you're just constantly saying, please no trees. Gosh, that looks so good. All right, so this is what I really wanted to throw, but obviously we're playing that one. Hatchet on a hyzer, have it flip up and then still pan left. Oh, that's pretty. My goodness. Tree. All right, force over with this Ballista Pro. Aiming down the left side with a little bit of Annie. Gosh, that one was even better. That one was super close. And then I'll throw this trespass as well. Pretty much the same line, maybe a little more Annie because this thing seems pretty stable to me. Oh yeah, that should be parked. Oh, I think that one's parked. Nice. Okay, some good throws there. I'm so used to playing the longs out here that I just threw from the longs there. There's a shorter tee. That's hilarious. Let's see how these turned out. All right, so right here with the escape, which was our first shot, the hatchet's right in front of that, really good line. Let's see if we can hit one of these from distance. Come on. Let's go, you've been close all day. Let's dial this in. Over top. Not a bad bid, but there it is. Get in. Oh, that was super close. Okay, let's see how these other ones turned out. So Ballista Pro right here, about 40, and then trespass, maybe 25. So not bad. All right, so another par here. This is actually kind of a tough hole to birdie. You have to hit it just right. And honestly, I thought that trespass was gonna be over here. Yeah, it's an interesting one. You have to push straight for so long and then get super stable and skip. All right, so I'm gonna try two things here. The landing zone on this one, this is a par 4, 476. The landing zone on this one is kind of short to where if you throw like a felon or something, a lot of times you go too far. So we're gonna throw the harp here on a hyzer and just let it get down there. And then I'm probably gonna try and be ridiculous and throw another turnover with the hatchet. So here's the harp. That stood up. That should be perfect though, honestly. So I don't know if any of you guys throw the harp, but it's one of the best feeling discs in my hand, in my opinion. Like, I love throwing it on forehands. From the feel, it's just super touchy for me, at least with its stability sometimes, like y'all saw that stand up. But it's a great disc. Do y'all throw it? And do you like the way it feels? Okay, so this is actually like the ideal landing zone on this hole. Yeah, I'd love to get past this log, but being right here is good. We're going to the hatchet. We're probably 320, 330 away, maybe 320. Throw this flat with some power, get it to turn over, and hopefully give us a birdie, because I love birdieing this hole. There's some roots that are in the way, so I just have to be careful with my footwork as well. I get a little bit stable. Oh my gosh, I literally just keep hitting the last tree. Oh, it's one of those days, folks. One of those days. All right, let's see what we could have done with the Sergeant here. Little Annie flex shot. Oh, that might be parked. Oh my gosh. That was a stupid good shot. Okay, terrible lie here. Make sure there's no snakes or anything. I ain't trying to get bit right now. Straddle putt, hyzer. Let's get it there. Not a stable putter, Michael. Dang, and my Sergeant is parked. Get in. Ooh, I actually was pretty sure that was in. All right. So I actually went deep with the Sergeant. That was such a sick forehand from back there. I actually really like this disc. It's solid. Yeah, so that would have been a birdie. Ah, dang. I just love throwing those turnover shots, but I got to figure out the angle on this hatchet. All right, so we've worked our way back to 3 down, which is good. We would be 7 down if we didn't get 2 double bogeys. I'm gonna start off with the Sergeant here because I'm actually digging this disc. Feels really good. And then we'll throw the hatchet because it's been fun. All right, just gonna rip this down the middle. Maybe a little bit of Annie, not much though. Oh, I missed that tree. We hit a tree. We might be about 40. I needed to give it more Annie than that. All right, now let's watch the hatchet. This hole's so fun for turnovers. And I think I might actually throw it with a tiny bit of hyzer because it's been flipping a good bit for me. Nope, so no hyzer. That's such a fun shot though. I just needed to throw it on Annie. And let's throw the other ones just so that we can see them. We'll throw the trespass, which I've been saying is pretty stable, so I'm gonna like throw this with a lot of Annie. Yeah, used all the fairway on that. And that's pretty much parked. That's sick. That Glimmer trespass is a beefcake. And here's the ballista. I honestly feel like I can throw this flat. Yeah, so that's kind of similar to the Sergeant. That one might give us a putt too. Yeah, so I said these two flew pretty similarly. Needed to give them a little bit more Annie. See if we can make one of these. Come on now. You've been so close all day. You're going uphill. That's in. Yeah! Finally, we got one today. Let's go. Come on. Ah, that's what I'm talking about, guys. I needed that. I was getting discouraged. Trespass is right here. I was getting discouraged on my step putts. That one was money though. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Good finish there, 4 down. Let's go. That was probably a good, maybe 50 feet. Okay. So finished up 4 down there, not too bad, especially getting 2 double bogeys on the front 9, which is normally the 9 where I feel like I score pretty well. Loving these discs. Hatchet's super fun, flippy, nice hyzer flip disc, turnover disc, all that kind of stuff. Sergeant is a good forehand disc. I was having a lot of fun with that. And then trying to think of some of the other ones I threw. I like all of them. I didn't have too many opportunities to throw a bunch of them. Obviously the harp we all know is super consistent or super popular. On backhands it's really consistent for me. Forehands not as much, but that's just because I need to figure out the touch with it. But hope you guys enjoyed. Again, these will be available over at Another Round soon. So I'll let you guys know. See you soon.